position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Ncaa Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Horned Frogs will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Takes a handoff. It's Edwards. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Rides the back on the option, the give. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the right. Got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Toss to the outside. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Indiana! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
I love the aggressive nature in the play column there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it. They score a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bailey. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the ground game. Fighting off the defender. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because.
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Caught over the middle. It's Tatum.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Horned Frogs are facing 3rd and inches. This quarterback part of their running game. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like, now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Back to throw, it's Gladway. Makes the catch. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll leave it with him. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And this defense has had an elite first half. Kept them off the scoreboard. They put a drive together right before the half. Talk about some momentum. Hold them to a field goal here on this third.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Makes the catch. It's Selden. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
To the air, it's Mendoza. Looking to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll run play action. Pulls it in. It's Selden. There he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Edwards. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And the Hoosiers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Defense looks like they're coming. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Lagway. With the catch, it's Tatum. Plows through the defense. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him.
Turning it on! They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Oh, he's getting ahead of touchdown, home run! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Finds his tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got his man on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He'll be hauled down the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Timeout, TCU.
The Hoosiers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. To throw, it's Mendoza. There's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. He wants to throw it. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Hoosiers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Makes the grab. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Handoff to the single back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Gets rid of it. Finds the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Quarterback keeper. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Horned Frogs are flying down the field. Looking for room. It's Tatum. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Motion from the wide receiver. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. From any spot on the field, they're a threat to get a chunk play, and they just did it. 1st and 10 from the 40.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's
intercepted, number 19. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The give to the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. In front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Back to the ground game on the left. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Throwing right. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls to missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. They can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play small.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th, all tied up. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught. It's Bond. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, what a caught. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Pucks it out of the air. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
But that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He wants it all. Touchdown, Indiana. They move on top here in the 4th.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 5 over UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll give it to the back. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a huge play. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Pulls it in, it's small. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and to catch, to work that defense and get the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to change this route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, TCU! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Going with the ground game left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
They'll try the run. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The inside handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Biggest drive of the game coming up right now as this team tries to win it in regulation. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Sets up the screen. Can't get him to the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
Trying to bully their way in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. They've got the beef on the field. 3 tight end set, third and goal from the 3. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They'll send out the kicker here. It'll all be decided right here. Win or lose on this kick. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. That was fun.